Sorry. She can't eat this.
She was found outside with a baby goat head sticking out of her.
Okay, we're in for some trouble
About
here.
30 hours, I think.
Yeah.
We're the Jonases. We're a family of 10 plus a few more. I'm the mom PJ with my husband Jim, our daughter Brett, our sons Coulter, Emery, Fletcher, Graydon, and Hewitt, and our daughters Indigo and Jade. We have our hands full with raising dairy goats on our farm, making goat milk soaps and other products from their milk, all while homeschooling and homesteading happily. We love our life and sharing how we live on the other side of the fence.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Indigo. Happy birthday to you.
No. You can have the middle slice, but no.
Where's the plate for me?
This is your plate.
Just eat it out of there.
So you don't need a plate.
So the puppies are going home, and each time a litter finds a new home, like any puppy finds a new home, it's kind of sad because you raised them, you got to play with them, you got to see them grow up, and then they go to a new home. But that is, I think, the nice part is that we know that they're going to a good home.
If it were up to me, we'd never have 2 litters of puppies born at the same time again, at least not that close.
Preferably not, but I'm sure it will happen again, yeah.
The likelihood of having 2 births at the same time again is high. The want is very low.
Think you'll ever have 2 litters of puppy at the same time?
I sure hope not. It worked out for us this time, but I'm not saying it will work out again.
We have a lot of births every year, and most of them are pretty easy and we don't have any problems. But occasionally we do have one where things don't go really as they were planned.
So Fenway, she's a great goat. We don't know what happened. I don't think we even know who did the birth originally. But she had twins, everything was going normal, seemed fine. Yeah, delivery is normal, she was checked. Yep, placenta was next, and then 2 days later?
Yeah, I think it was 2 days later.
So that's the embarrassing part, is that it's 2 days.
And we didn't catch it.
We didn't catch it. She was found outside with a baby goat head sticking out of her.
I was gonna say, so I was the one who found her, and I was just like walking up to the barn, and I was like, Fenway looks like she's like not doing so great. Like, what's up with that? And like I walked up, and there was a nose, and I was like, Fenway, I'm almost positive delivered, but I was like, at first I just thought, oh, like she's about to deliver. So I went in, and I was like, hey Graydon. Graydon and Ashton were in the milk room, and I was like, Graydon, Fenway has a baby, and Graydon was like, Fenway? I was like, yeah, she delivered, right? And Graydon was like, yeah. And I was like, uh-oh. So then I was like, when did she deliver? And he was like, I don't really remember. So we checked the book, and it was like, okay, we're in for some trouble
about
here.
30 hours, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, you're at Mommy's? Are you excited that Grandma's here?
It had to take a minute to sink in.
Wait a minute.
Kylie.
Guess what? It's my birthday. It's my birthday.
Kylie.
Do you know how old I am?
What is she?
How old am I? 5 years. No, you're 4. I am 17. 17. Do I want to race? Sure. Where are we racing to? Around the table. On your marks, get set, go!
Go, 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 Ooh, did you hit his head? No. That was close. Watch your head.
You are real fast too, but I'm faster.
Go the other way, Landon. Go the other way. Go the other way. Go the other way.
I sat down. No more. I win.
Cake? Oh, is that what you're saying, cake?
Your tummy's not good. I'm sorry.
She can't eat this cookie.
What is it like when sickness hits the family?
A disaster.
Everything just falls apart. But this last time,
I felt so bad.
So Grandma's staying in this room and Indigo's in that room, and they're both puking and can hear each other puking through the wall, and they're talking to each other through the wall. They're like, oh no, Grandma, you again? Oh yes, Indigo. Oh no, your turn. Oh, as they're both all night long puking, and I'm in the bedroom below them, so I can hear because the toilet's flushing and the steps and whatnot. I'm like, oh, they're both puking again, and so it's definitely. It's not a like quiet, you go off and be by yourself kind of thing. It's very much.
Because there's so many of us, it hits all of us, and it takes like 2 weeks to work its way through the whole family.
Yeah.
So like we'll have the first person go down, and it just hits like one person a day until 17 of us later.
And I'm like the last person. Every time, right, the last 6 times, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna get out of it. Oh, I'm gonna get out of it. And then no, smack.
Wham.
And I'm down like the worst because all of you guys have been breathing on me for 2 weeks. And I'm just like, and I get it the worst of everybody.
Me too. Like I'll make it until all of my kids have had it, and then Mason gets it, and then I get it. Like,
Yeah, it's not pretty.
no, it's not.
For Graydon's bachelor party, we were gonna have a big work day at his house and have everybody out there to get things cleaned up. And then everybody got sick, so there were only 3 of us.
How did the workday go at Graydon's?
I don't know, I wasn't there. I got sick that morning. I tried to work for about an hour, was just a bubbling buffoon. So yeah, the workday did not happen. I think you had 3 people.
Yeah, 3 people. Jaron, Jonathan, and Emery all came over. We did a lot, we got a lot done, but it was really funny. He slept over the night before, and when he got up, I mean, he was fine when he was standing there, when he was walking, he was okay. He'd start to work, and then like 5 minutes in, I mean, he would be like weak, shaky arms, like he was up on the ladder and I was just watching his body like, I was like, he's just gonna fall off the ladder.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Say something about this.
Katie. Hey, do you like book cake? Yeah. Do you like when mommy has a book published? Yeah. Sparkles. Oh, sparkles. Are you saying cheese too?
I have been writing since I was 15 years old when a friend dared me to write a book in a month with National Novel Writing Month. And to finally have my words in a book, a real book that other people can read, is so exciting and also so nerve-wracking. It's really hard to go from this is mine and it's private and only the people that I give it to can read it to, yeah, the book is out there on Amazon and everyone can read it. But I am so thankful that I have learned so much over 10 years of writing, and I've really worked on my craft, and for the most part I have almost all 5-star reviews and I have the best readers. Everyone who reads it tells me that they love the characters and they love the world and they can't wait to read more. So it's very exciting and I can't wait to keep publishing for a very long time.
I love the fact that Brett, after all of these years, is a published author. So I remember her first NaNoWriMo, which was the National Novel Writing Month when she was, I don't even know, 10, 12, something like that. And she wrote it and she gave it to me to read. And it was so bad. It was so bad. And I'm, this homeschooling mom and my daughter is, bless her heart, is words of affirmation are her love language and you can't be negative. So I was like, oh honey, this is so good. And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, this is awful. Go back to math, kid, But she changed from that very first novel. She has really worked at her craft and has gotten really, really good at it.
Yep. It's I read the first book, and the second one has just come out, so I haven't read that one yet.
Yeah, we don't have our hard copies yet.
But yeah, I read the first book, and I was really surprised because I enjoyed it, and the genre that she writes is not one that I would typically...
No, not your typical.
If it wasn't my daughter's book, I wouldn't have read it. But I did enjoy it, so that's a good sign.
Yeah. You know, one of the things that we've always said is that when we created Goat Milk Stuff, it was to give the children skills and knowledge and confidence and to support the family, obviously, but that if they ever wanted to do something else other than working at Goat Milk Stuff, they would have the ability to do that, and that would be something that we would absolutely bless and support and everything. And so to see Brett following this passion, it's really exciting to see that coming to fruition. We're really proud of her.
Very proud of her.
I've read one and a couple like previews. I subscribed to her email because I was curious. So I've read like a couple of previews and some snippets and stuff like that. I've only ever read one full book, and that's the one that she, well, okay, so I'm a very clumsy person, and I lost my first copy. I didn't tell anyone. I have no idea where it is. It was
That's
gifted.
the first time I've heard this.
It was bought for me, and I lost it.
I have read her first book, and I haven't gotten the second one yet, but I will be, and then I will read it. And then she also has like a few short stories, and I have read all of those. I really like them. They're just sweet romances, and it just makes you smile. I've read the first one, I haven't read the second one.
I have not had the opportunity to yet. So for the longest time, I thought that I wasn't allowed to read them because in the past, I've never been allowed to read her romance novels because I was too young. Also, it was weird for her brother to read them.
Indigo is the perfect princess.
Princess.
Warrior princess.
Lovable.
Hair loving.
I'm gonna go with Indigo is perky.
Giddy.
Hi, I'm Indigo. I am the 7th child of the Jonas family, and I am 17 years old, and my favorite things are playing ultimate frisbee, crafting. I do a lot of little different crafts, and on the farm I work up in the soap room currently, where I do all of our production, like making stuff. So I make all of our lotions and lip balms, deodorants, and liquid soap, that type of thing. I had a wonderful birthday. Started out the usual, I went to work, and I came home for lunch, and I ended up just staying home, I think. Landon actually got sick on my birthday.
Your tummy's not good. I'm sorry.
She gave you this one.
And he was puking, and he was pathetic. He was so sad. It was heartbreaking to see. He laid on the couch and took a nap and stuff. So I was just sitting with him for a long time on my birthday. And then we had a family dinner and everybody came, and actually my birthday was on the Thursday this year, which was really nice because it was Fam Jam. So everybody was here and we had a big pasta dinner and it was great. So Grandma came for my birthday. She usually does, she kind of has this excuse that she comes for the baby goats, but she never actually gets to see a baby goat birth, like when she comes. This year, I think, might have been the first year in a very long time that she actually saw a baby goat birth happen. So it's very special to me that she comes for my birthday because unlike a lot of my siblings, my birthday means a lot to me. And so the fact that she comes and makes it special for me, that just makes me feel special.
PJ is my daughter, and that's how I'm related to the family.
That is how you're related to the family.
That's Grandma.
To everybody who comes to the farm, she's Grandma.
Grandma.
We don't, we just
Even
introduce her.
Jonathan. Grandma.
Yeah, pretty much.
How did you feel about your daughter having 8 goats?
Be honest.
I loved every single second of every minute of the births right through there right now. Seriously, I love a big family. My mother was one of 9, and so I'm used to big Italian families and crazy noise and chaos. So I thoroughly loved it. It was tough in the beginning because, you know, times were tough, and I would want to do things to help them out and stuff, but it's probably my best blessing of my entire lifetime was having this family to be part of my life.
She also thinks that I'm crazy and she would never do it herself.
Well, I wanted a big family, and I had 2, and I couldn't handle any more than 2. So but we're very different people, very different.
Yeah, I'm okay with the mess and things being trash and all that. She would have to, and I'd be like, Grandma, they'll be back in 3 minutes. Stop cleaning up, you know, like, yeah. She was just constantly picking up after them. They were super special. Growing up and to this moment have been, you know, probably one of the highlights of my life. I really love visiting the farm, and I have loved it since the beginning. The saddest part was before the farm, they lived in New Jersey for 3 or 4 years, and I became very attached to all of them. And then they moved to Indiana, which kind of broke my heart. But I kind of moved with them. I physically got here as often as I could, battling with my husband because he doesn't like cold weather, so he likes to stay where it's warm. But yes, the farm has been super important to me, and again, very special part of my many years here.
To you, woo! Happy birthday to you, woo! Happy birthday, dear Indigo, woo! Happy birthday to you,
So every time the puppies go home, there's always like this empty feeling in the barn, and you just get left with this like feeling of, oh, I wish that they like didn't have to leave, just because it's just when they start to get like the cutest that they all get to go home. And that's really good for the people who get to get them, but for us it's like, oh, you just started like sitting and like paying attention to us and like behaving like a good puppy instead of, you know, gnawing on everything and, you know, pooping everywhere. So
one thing about having a lot of puppies that's a lot of fun is when it's feeding time and just watching them all swarm around you and run around wagging their tails right before the food gets put out. That's super cute.
I enjoy being around them, and I know that now they're getting older, they're going to be a lot more work, but it'll definitely free me up to do some other things that need to be done, because 21 puppies was a lot of work.
Having puppies is always such a fun time because not only obviously they're puppies and you get to play with them and you get to love on them and you get to snuggle them, but because you never know when you're out and about, you're gonna hear them and they're all gonna come running and they're all gonna, you know, just out of the blue, you're gonna hear Ashton yell, "Here puppies," or "Come puppies," and they all go chasing everything away. And so I think I'm gonna miss that, just the, you know, I knew I could always visit them when I wanted to, but just when they would do that unexpected coming around the corner and make me smile and trip all over themselves and just do cute puppy stuff, that was that, you know, unanticipated little laugh for the day.
There's always like this love-hate relationship when they get to go home. You know they get to go to a good home, and you know that you no longer have to take care of them all, which is very nice. But specifically when that last one leaves, there's just a sinking feeling like, man, I can't wait till we have puppies again.
So Fenway.
So it was not very good. She'd already had, like we said, she'd already had 2 kids and then passed the placenta, which is what we'd felt when or I'm assuming what was felt when whoever went in. And then we took her into the milk room. We were able to get the baby out. It was not an easy process. Ashton, Graydon, and I were all there.
But it was quick.
Did Sam come in and help?
No, it was the 3 of us.
So it was just the 3 of us. We had to get like lube and like a syringe to squirt it up there. It was all dry.
Yeah, the baby was dead, just to be clear from the get-go. So we weren't concerned about keeping the baby alive, which was helpful because when you don't have 2 things, there's kind of a split of what the focus is. So the focus was to just get it out as quickly as possible.
So everything we were doing was what's best for Fenway at this point. That was our only, all of our decisions were run by what's best for Fenway at this point.
Yeah. The baby was giant, and it was already smelly, which is really bad sign, like I said, very embarrassing. We got it out quick, which I was pleased with. We tried just regular stuff. Fenway had no energy to push, of course, and was dry. So this was a case where we did have to do some pulling. And what we ended up doing was very quickly I decided to go to the shoelace method, and we were able to pull out baby quickly. Like we said, the smell was pretty rough. It wasn't absolutely horrible, but you could tell it was not okay. And so right off the bat, I was like, she's gonna need a big flush, which is why when you look at the video, I was going really quick. It does not look like a whole lot of TLC. We were behind on everything, and I just need to get like 3 times more fluid in her than we would normally flush a goat out with. So that's why I was just going quick. And then Fenway was just, I mean, she was tired, she was sore, and she was just, I mean, she was pretty numbed out to the world at that point. Yeah. So, but we got everything dealt with relatively quickly, had her back out of the milk room in like 30 minutes, maybe 40 minutes tops. And started her on antibiotics right away, because when you're dealing with a situation where it's already smelly from a kid who was in there 2 days late, you just go straight to antibiotics. And she's doing great now, back on the milk string, healthy as ever. Both of her kids doing great. We're keeping Faya and
Farley.
Is Farley, are we keeping Farley?
I believe so.
I think they're both on the keep list, so there's the good news with that story.
Our poop pump has stopped working, and life is kind of difficult right now.
She wants to climb in your lap and have the next puppy.